everyone, this is Gale from PaulGaleNetwork.com, and today I am bringing to you my Ring Fit Adventure Play Session number 7. Now, if you were with me the other day for my 6th play session, and if you were live watching, you're fine. But if you're watching the video later on YouTube or on PaulGaleNetwork.com, you will see that unfortunately, frustratingly, twice in the video, there was a significant hiccup. Audio kept on going, video froze. And it was pretty big letdown, I gotta say, because when I was watching it back later on, I thought, oh no, I lost all of this footage. You can still hear me the whole time, but so much of this game is a visual experience, seeing what the game offers, seeing me go through the struggle or through the joy, right? And a lot of that was lost. So if you were watching live, you were okay, but if you're watching later on, I think 23 minutes out of the 59 minutes of my video is what you could hear and see. Those other 46 minutes or 36 minutes are lost, yeah. Well, not entirely lost, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, it got me thinking, ironically, in that video I said earlier that it's okay to sometimes fail or not to deliver at your best capacity and to show that because that's reality. And sometimes people hide their mistakes because, nobody wants to look bad. And I was kind of relating it to fitness, to exercise, to achievements, but also to life in general. And what happened that very day, my video kind of bombed, If you skipped video 6 and you're watching video 7, you don't know what I'm talking about necessarily because you didn't see this massive hiccup. But if you have been watching them in order or you want to go back and see it, you'll see what I mean. So, I thought, I'm not going to spend a ton of time doing that video over again, but I do want you to see some of the stuff that you missed, like a couple of the mini games, or at least one mini game, a couple of the challenges, and World 2. But I also want to make this video new and its own thing, so that if you were watching live, it's not like, oh, I already saw this kind of content, I want to see something else. So I'm going to spend a little less time talking today, I'm going to try, and give you more video footage, trying to do some of yesterday's stuff, or from video number 6, I should say, and some new stuff at the same time. So let's get this started. But yeah, sometimes accidents happen, and I could have attempted to retry that video and whatnot, but keep it real. Let the error be on the internet, and let's just hope that today things are better. Hope that the TV is in frame, I'm in frame. I think I've got the picture quality good. Let's double check. It appears to be a little bright, unfortunately. I think in the past I have gotten it better, but it's better than it was in the beginning. I just want to nail a few components. Me in frame, TV not overly bright. I want to keep it live for you. I don't want any hiccups with the audio visual. Freezing, So, let's see what we got. Okay, one of the things yesterday that we did was I went for a new Mighty Pectoralis Major Challenge, and playing the video back, I could hear it, but I couldn't see myself complete it. And I got a massive 151 S+. It was awesome. It defined the odds because I just did the Endless Latissimus Dorsi Challenge first, and that one got a score of 117 seconds. So that was a new S. So I busted out both of those yesterday, and at least one of them, if not both, you couldn't end up seeing the full product. You could hear the full product, you could see part of it, or at least part of one, but yeah, it was unfortunate, but we're going to try again. last night was my chest day, working out at the gym, but I'm going to try this again regardless. You know, yesterday it was really cool. It was a neat situation where I didn't think I was gonna get a new high score in this challenge, and I did, and it was kind of motivating to see that. So I don't think you shouldn't ever doubt yourself, but you also should be realistic. And yesterday my realism in thinking that I wasn't going to get a new record was that, well, I just did the endless lat challenge, arms were kind of fatigued, even though the lats in the back, you know, your back and your chest are different muscle groups. You're working on your arms. After working the endless lat challenge the way I was doing, getting a new high score in it, you know, I was already a bit fatigued when I came down to this. So I thought realistically, I'm not going to pass it today. But I did. And I passed it by a long shot. I got a second wind, if you will, extra motivated. You know, if you were there with me live, you know that, oh, it was burning. It was legit burning. It was painful. I didn't think I was going to make it. And then I saw that new rank and I thought, okay, I got to get that rank. My arms today are definitely sore, though, going into this challenge. They're definitely fatigued. You know, part of it from the ring fit adventure yesterday, part of it from karate training, part of it from my, you know, at gym, chest, triceps, workout day. I feel the same muscle groups that I felt yesterday trying to do this challenge. Working out again. And I try to be realistic and not doubt myself, because yesterday I proved that, wow, I did a lot more than I thought. But it's getting tough, you know. I don't know if I'll get to that awesome zone like I did the other day where I overcame the pain and I just had a phenomenal score. Oh, yesterday it worked though. I pushed past the pain. You saw the struggle was real. And at a certain point, like, oh, I made the analogy to when you touch something cold, you know? It's telling me how my kids will say, Daddy, we want to put an ice pack on your tummy just for 1 second. And I say, oh, okay. And in the beginning, like, it's so cold and it burns almost, but you do it for fun. And then, after that initial shock of, whoo! Second 2 goes by, second 3 goes by, second 4 goes by, and then all of a sudden, you can handle, oh gosh, you can handle 30 seconds, you can handle 40 seconds, like, whatever. You get into that, it's so cold, it's so painful kind of thing that you just numb. And that's what happened yesterday. It hurt so bad, and then I was talking, was feeling motivated, and I just went past the pain. And that was awesome. I'm a little worse for wear than I was yesterday, but I'll tell you, I'm doing okay. Now, I was talking about ego in video number 6. Allowing yourself to fail. Not trying to fail on purpose, but if you're trying to succeed and you didn't quite deliver on the painting or your push-up or your essay or whatever project that you're working on, you don't have to hide the fact that it didn't work out. You can put it up there because I think, especially, I made a couple of examples of one. Let me clarify. Specifically, I'm talking about the body, pulling off a successful diet, pulling off a certain physique, certain amount of push-ups that you want to pull off, pull-ups, bench press goal, abs, etc. And when I'm talking about that, wow, look at that, I just passed my goal. I'm trying to say, you see in Hollywood, you see the celebrity lifestyle, personal trainers, people with amazing bodies, being able to pull off amazing things. And sometimes people get the wrong impression and think, oh, it's so easy for that person, or why can't I get that, or look how awesome they look. That a goal is unattainable. They never fail. Every time they're on stage, they're always flexing and they look perfect or whatever. Every movie they look fantastic. But there's a lot of work that goes into it and a lot of failure. There's a lot of missed reps. There's a lot of injuries that come in. A lot of times they couldn't pull off whatever push-up goal they had. And, if you can put your ego aside, you can let it be known to people that, hey, failure is possible. It does happen. It will happen. It happens to me. It'll happen to you. And I think that does more good out there than anything else because it makes you relatable and it helps people better. Oh man, I'm burning. Helps people in their own journey because they see like, oh, the struggle is real, man. Like this guy, this girl who's in good shape, who I look up to, they actually have just as hard of a time as me, and they don't always pass either. I think that's good. And then my comparison to, an art project of yours, or an essay that you're writing for school, or something like that. If you hold yourself accountable and you put yourself out there live and you share your work with other people, you're usually going to be motivated to do better because you want to look good, you want to look successful. But you don't have to hide a failure, you can still show it. See, talking to you right now, if I wasn't live right now, I probably would have stopped a while ago. Because this hurts. I am burning. I'm on fire. You realize my goal yesterday, well, not my goal, what I hit yesterday was like 151 or something like that. I'm at 211. That pain threshold, I overcame it. You're all motivating me. When you put yourself live in front of someone, when you host your work, your art, your body, your diet plan, your weight loss journey, and you show that you have some failures, it makes you more relatable. Oh. And that's good. That's important. You're doing more good in the world if you show that you're not perfect, because nobody is. But also, you work harder in front of others. Oh, I'm going to like absolute failure. There's no way I would hit 250 on my own. If I wasn't recording, I would have stopped. And it is crazy pain right now. I don't know how much longer I could go. I know I still got it. It just, how much do I think I can do? Okay, I think that's gonna be it. Ow. I'm recording that. That pain was real. I have a feeling that when I watch this back, there's going to be a fair amount of rambling because I ran out of things to say. So if you're watching with me now, thank you for your support. If you're watching this later on, well, I hope I didn't lose your interest. But, hey, that was pretty awesome. I feel a lot better now about what happened yesterday because even though yesterday was frustrating watching the video come back and like, I thought it was one of the best videos in terms of presentation, my dialogue to you, the workouts, the balance, and then to see that happen was like, But today, that alone made up for it. That was cool. Now, one of the other things that I did was this endless lat challenge, but my arms are more shot now after doing the hard pec fly going into this lat challenge than they were on the flip side going into pec fly yesterday after doing the lat challenge. I don't think this one's going to be a new record. Then again, I said that before. With the pec fly one, right? We'll see. And maybe this is some good advice to you all watching, is if you want to get the most out of these Ring Fit Adventure workouts, do your own series of videos. Put yourself on YouTube or on your website if you have one, on Twitter, Instagram, something like that. Do some live recording of some sort, and you may find that, wow, it's true. I let it go. I let it go. I was hoping to give myself a little bit of a break. I guess I'll record it. Darn. I could have gone higher. Maybe I distracted myself a little bit too much, but yeah, I thought I'd give myself a little bit of a break and then pull it back, but no, that didn't quite work. Okay, well that's real. That's what happens. And that's what I say in all of these videos is don't get discouraged if you don't deliver on one exercise one day. Just keep going forward. Keep going forward. Okay. One of the mini games I did yesterday, which was for my first time, I only saw it once before. I said in video number 6, my clients have been using this when they come over for their exercises. I've been incorporating it into our sessions. And one client happened to use this, did this mini game. But yesterday this was my first time doing it, so I'm just doing this one again because it got lost. And I want y'all to be able to see it. Yeah, good for working out for arms, which are dead. Whoa, leaning backwards. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm losing some stability here. I need a firmware update. Oh, did I get it? Good. Some of you might have got that. Oh. Okay, I want to get this. I want to get this guy. Ugh. No! Oh, bummer. Aw, bummer. I lost some points in the end. Dang. I did so much of a better job gliding, but the fact that I was a little bit too ambitious maybe to try to land on one of the smaller circles around, I ended up, missing out on a big chunk at the end and got lower than my yesterday's score. But I'll record it. That's okay. That's not a little lesson, Do you always have to go for the max? Do you always have to try to do your most? No. I will try that again, though, because that is a part of the competitive nature of yourself with yourself, is trying to always improve. But not every day has to be, a maximum, nor should it be. If you're into karate, if you're always going at maximum, you're more at risk to getting hurt. If you're in football or baseball, basketball, and you're always going maximum effort, you're probably going to strain something, pull something. There's always a healthy balance. It's just like when I teach karate and jiu-jitsu, we don't always fight. There's not kumite involved every single day, because you don't want to add injuries on top of injuries and start to get sloppy and have people get hurt. There's a fine balance between when you incorporate that kind of thing in a system. Just like studying. There are some days where you study hard for a test if you're a student, and you cram those couple of hours together and really try to nail it. But you don't do that every day. If anything, you should spread it out and study a little bit every day, right? Kind of like with exercise. Do some exercise every day. Once in a while, go for a max. Go for a max push-ups. Go for a max pull-ups, a max sit-ups, a max bench press, a max deadlift. You don't do that every day. But I will try this one again and go for the smaller ring next time, because that's still healthy. That's still okay to do, You have to find those moments. But, for instance, that chest challenge, the next time I do it, I'm probably not going to try to top 250 or 260. Depending on how I feel, I'll probably shoot for S plus and just stop right there. Not to overdo it, Let some time go in between doing another max one and then go for another max one. Because you also don't want to burn out, Okay. Well, I'm glad we achieved those two things. Squattery wheel. That was a tricky one for me. I didn't quite nail it. But let's go for another adventure session. Is it annoying to tell me keep it like it is now every time? No, it's not annoying. Yeah, we'll stretch. Okay. So I normally probably wouldn't redo the first, or I should say, I wouldn't do a former adventure video that I've already put online again. But since yesterday's got lost, I'm going to redo that one, I think. As a result, this video will be a little shorter. So it's going to be kind of like a 6.5 video almost. Although I do want enough mute in it, so if you were watching originally and you're watching now, you don't feel like, I'm just watching the same content back to back. I want to see something new. So maybe I will do significantly more after this adventure mode. Okay, we're in roll 2. In video number 6, we did this very level, but I'm going to do it again for all of you watching, just in case you didn't see it the first time. Hey, the video looks better now than it did earlier, so I'm pretty happy. We're firing on all cylinders. Okay, let's redo this one. Because the majority of you watching this aren't watching it live anymore. You know, you found this video on PaulGaleNetwork.com or on YouTube, and you're not watching it live. So if you are following my journey along later, you know, you saw video 6 for what it is, and you're like, hey, this video's got, you know, 2/3 of it non-visible. That kind of stinks. Well, that's why this is kind of for you. Bad guys, fight them, fight them, fight them! Fixing this strap a little bit. Yesterday I think I had it better put it on tighter. There we go. That feels good. Alright. This is a new exercise. Oh, the strap just came off. I wonder, why is this happening? Is it really just this karate key, or what's up with it? I mean, I've said it before, I might have to not wear this in future videos, but I like to because it keeps things a little bit interesting, you know? Yeah, let's do some legs to give my upper body a little bit of a break, right? need to do squats with weights, really. I know that in general, you'll hear a lot of people say how, you know, squats on a rack are one of the most important exercises to the body. They are important, but if you honestly just do your own body weight squats, not only are you going to be a lot safer than, you know, loading a bar on your shoulders, but you're still going to get plenty of a good workout. I squat with weights, but honestly, I do far more deadlifts than I do squats. Deadlifts, I think, are more important than squats. So that's what I would recommend. And again, everything with proper form and the proper amount of weight for your body to handle when you're going to the gym is okay, not overdoing anything. But as a general exercise, I'm a fan of taking 2 dumbbells and doing a dumbbell press. More of a fan of that than your typical bench press. But I do both. I'm more of a fan of deadlifts than I am a squat guy, you know, with a barbell on my back. But I do both. Although when it comes to squats, I'm more in favor of just body weight, you know? I like push-ups a lot, pull-ups, chin-ups a lot. Oh, almost missed it. Still haven't quite smashed for that, right? Let me check on something for you. And for me. Cool. We're still good. Try some chair pose. Oh, I'm staying in this position. That's right. Cool. Thank you. Level 9. I like treading through swampy terrain. I remember this one. Pick a pose. Boom! Alright. $138. Yesterday, it's like 151 or something like that. But also yesterday, in video 6, we redid World 1, Stage 1, and now we're on just World 2, Stage 2. Yesterday was World 1, Stage 1, followed by World 2, Stage 1, now just World 2, Stage 1. So that might have been part of an explanation as to why, yesterday had a higher heart rate. Maybe some of the exercises that I chose were difficult. Okay, like I said, I want this video to also be different than video number 6 for everyone, not just those that are watching now. So I'm going to go ahead and do, we're not going to stretch right now. Question. I can't move the way the examples show me. Answer, listen to your body. Sometimes you can't quite train in the exact way the examples demonstrate. It can be hard to keep your balance or hold a pose, for example. Fitness ability is different for everyone, so it's natural that there are some things you might not be able to do. Just exercise within the range of your ability and don't overexert yourself. Please consult a doctor if you have any questions about any particular exercise. So like I was saying, I want this video to be different than video number 6 for everyone watching. So I'm going to do a couple of mini games. way, regardless of whether you watch the live stream on episode 6 or not, and if you're just watching later on YouTube or on PGN, episode 6 and 7 you're seeing or hearing a lot of the same footage, or whatever reason. Let the videos be different, so you're getting something out of this one that you didn't get before. So we're gonna try a brand new minigame together. Thigh Rider, is that what it was called? We'll see. Thigh Rider. Okay. Use a chair to support your weight. Alright, let's get a chair, shall we? I'm going to check to see if the chair is in frame. All between your thighs. Alright, squeeze your knees together. Press in to jump. Hover. Okay. Collect the tokens. Alright, that's an interesting one. Am I auto rolling? I see. Whoa. Okay, that's cool. Boom. Oh, I see. You should have done that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Not a particularly tough one. Fun, but it's really just the timing. That was pretty garbage. that was not a good jump at all. Oh man, rank B. It's okay. Nothing wrong with the B. It's just you can tell the difference in whether you failed because you weren't ready, weren't strong enough, prepared enough, whatever, or you just didn't quite get the controls down, you know what I mean? But that's okay. Alright, let's try one more new one. Bank balance. Alright. I don't think we're going to need a chair for this one. That's just my guess. Let's see. Hold this like this. Boom. Press in the abs and hold. Oh, this is awesome. I'll get the tokens. This is cool. Tricky. Pretty cool though. Okay. Come on, get it. Get the gold. March. March. Tricky. Not overly difficult, but just an interesting game. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Rank B. Okay. So, a lot of these really do feel like games and not exercises, but the games are still physically challenging you somewhat, you know? Like some of them are legit exercises. And that's one of the things that I think is really cool about this, is that it's a pretty safe exercise tool. You know, a lot of it involves calisthenics, plyometrics, jogging in place, getting into a squat, not worrying about weight on your shoulder, not worrying about your neck burning from a barbell running across it or something like that too heavily, not picking up dumbbells and using improper form curling like this, like a lot of people do, you know, not even dealing with a deadlift and using your back more and having it curled over than how it should be, kind of arched up like a cat, you know, or something like that, you know. There's proper form to every exercise. This is pretty smart. It's kind of difficult to get hurt with it, you know. Some of the exercises, yes, like lunging forward, you know, you could mess up by bringing your knee past your toe, but it says don't bring your knee past your toe, so it really tries to minimize what could you do wrong, and I like that. And, you know, the strenuous exercises, even if you don't do it to the best form, you're probably still not going to injure yourself. There's a small risk factor involved. And some of the exercises that aren't very strenuous, like thigh rider and bank balance, they weren't hard exercises. They don't really need a lot of form. They're more games. They're still using your body, still burning calories, still good. I think that's good for today. We got to redo some of what we did in episode 6. In episode 7, we got to demonstrate a couple of new things. So I feel like, okay, it's not a 6.5 video, it's a 7 video. It is different enough. We did enough new. We saw what the treasure chest did. That, yeah. We got a good amount of activity, right? Should we finish with one more? Alright. Let's go with the spinal erectors challenge. I don't know how my arms are feeling right now. Well rested? We'll see. Oh, what was my little score? 115 or something? Okay. It's going to be the last one for the day. Well, for video 7 at least. PPL score, 119. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to record that. That was a little bit of a bonus, you know? I don't know if I was planning on doing one more exercise today, but I'm glad that we did. We finished off strong. Okay. For now, we're good. Put the Nintendo Switch into sleep mode, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Despite a little bit of a hiccup, which was frustrating for episode 6, like I said many times before in this video, it was real. That's what you're going to get out of me. You know, I always say, keep it real. Let people see the failure. Overcome it. Hold yourself accountable. Put yourself online and out there for people. If you are trying to change your body type and exercise, if you take a picture of yourself and hold on to it and don't let the world see it, but just work out really hard and look back in 2 weeks or a month and recreate that photo, take it in the same lighting conditions after you've been dieting, eating well, exercising consistently, and look at that photo difference between day 1 and day 14, or day 1 and day 28, day 30, whatever, right? You're going to be motivated. You're going to be happy with your performance, your gains. And no one in the world had to see it. But, and this is a little bit scary, if you put that video, that picture online of your day 1 physique for the world to see, or your closest friends at least, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, something like that. And you show people. You're going to try harder to deliver over those next 14, 28, 30 days, 31 days, whatever, because you don't want to look like you haven't been trying, right? So it's going to push you harder. It's a little bit of pressure. Some people don't like that, and that's okay. You can keep it for yourself. But I do recommend at least doing a photo for yourself and looking at your before and after, your transition along the way to help motivate you. But if you want to be a little brave, a little bold, and put yourself out there so you're held accountable by your peers, try to do it with positive people. And that's one of the things that's kind of scary about dieting and exercising and putting your body out there. You're going to have people that negatively talk on you, which then sets you down, and then you don't want to share it in the first place anymore, and you just kind of give up. That definitely happens to a lot of people, and that's unfortunate. Some people try to do some real good. They'll take advice like I'm saying, put a picture of yourself online, be held accountable, and try really hard. But then someone's just got to rain on your parade and say, oh, you look this or that, or oh, I didn't see the difference between day 1 and day 14 and day 30. And some folks stop. Don't. You don't need people to fluff up your ego and lie to you and say, oh, you did fantastic, you look amazing, good. But you could just ask people to keep it real, to keep the flow consistent, positive, uplifting. It's difficult to find truly the right batch of people that will give it to you real, make you accountable for something, not go too soft on you, but not be hard and be a jerk and, condescend, because there's no need for that. Then you just go backwards and then, nobody's evolving, right? So there's a fine line between whether you put yourself out there or not. You don't have to, only if you feel comfortable. But at the very least, I guess my final advice for the day is, if you're doing something like this, and if you have a goal of, fitness in mind, before and after, do the photo yourself, and take pictures along the way. And don't show anybody else but yourself. But try to be on top of yourself, be honest, work towards that goal, try to improve. If you fail along the way, have a missed day, have a cake day, a cheat day, you're up a little weight when you're trying to lose a little bit of weight. Even at that 2-week mark, you're still up and not sure why. Don't stop. Keep going. You will succeed. Ask someone for advice that you know personally that could give you a fitness tip or diet advice. Ask me. I'll be here for you. If you want, shoot me a message. I'm easily found on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Paul Gale Network. You can go to the Paul Gale Network Facebook page. You could go to my website, paulgalenetwork.com, and email me there. Ask me for advice. I'll be there for you. I won't criticize you negatively. I'll give you helpful advice. I'll try to motivate you along the way. If you don't have someone that you could go to that will keep it real and will help you out, then forget about the picture, forget about the online stuff. Just use me. I'll be happy to help. That's what I do. And that's my offer. So anyways, for what it's worth, good luck on your journey. By now, hopefully you've already picked up this game and are giving it a shot. Otherwise, hopefully you're still having fun and watching this and being entertained. Alright everyone. Well, thank you again. This is Paul Gale from paulgalenetwork.com signing out. Hope you all have a great day. Bye.